on for about a week.
Folks, that's exactly how you answer that question every single time. Are you a conspiracy theorist? Well, tell me which one of these is a conspiracy, number one, and which one's theoretical, because I seem to have been accurate about all of these. Here's another one. It's my last one from the HHS hearing yesterday. Folks, if we can't make America healthy again, we're not going to have much of a country. If we don't have a healthy country that can defend itself, we don't have a country. We have a suggestion of one. You should never fall prey to this. I want to hat tip Rand Paul last night, who was on the Ingram angle on Fox. And for the first time ever that I've heard, I'm not saying it hasn't happened, answered this question the right way, which Senator Paul always does. Folks, when you talk about healthcare as a right, a capital R right, you are creating an obligation for someone else. We are a country of negative rights. In other words, what the government, the Constitution is what the government can't do to you. Can't invade your home, take your private property, can't take your business papers. It can't infringe on your free speech. We are our governing documents are largely documents of negative rights, what the government can't do to you to take away your rights. To declare something a positive right, that the government has the right to declare healthcare right, creates an obligation for someone else. Rand Paul knocked it out of the park last night on the Ingram angle on this. I've spoken about this 1,000 times. Bernie Sanders does this all the time. He did it to Bobby Kennedy yesterday. Folks, healthcare is not a right, and we should be clear about that. It is an obligation for us as a moral people to find a way to get good quality healthcare. Declaring it a right legally, a big all right, that's what that is, means you can walk into a doctor's office ahead of everyone else and I'm here to declare my right. Is that what you want? This is how you turn around. He asked Bobby Kennedy this yesterday. They do this all the time. Check this out.
Senator, I can't give you a yes or no answer to that question.
Healthcare a human right? Is healthcare a human right?
In the way that free speech is a human right,
Yeah.
I would say it's different because if with free speech doesn't cost anybody anything, but in healthcare, if you smoke cigarettes for 20 years and you get cancer, you are now taking from the pool. And so are you guaranteed the same right, or is there also a duty?
I'm sorry, I'd love to talk for an hour with you. We got a few minutes left here. All right. Every other country on earth says healthcare, whether you're poor or rich, young or old, is a human right. I'm not hearing you say that.
All right, folks, given all that's going on today, I think it's important that we covered what happened at the HHS hearing yesterday. If you're not healthy, there's no point in having a show because you're not going to be here to listen to it, and I'm not going to be here to broadcast it. I thought Bobby Kennedy did a fine job. I hope his confirmation process is not derailed. But again, they're going to ask you that question all the time. When someone asks you if something is a right, you should ask them, have you thought about the obligations that confer on other people when you declare things rights? Because the communists did that all the time, and people starved to death, millions of people, when they declared other people's food their right. I'm going to exit the show a little early today, given the news cycle going on. We started way early, so we're actually over on a little bit of time here. But I hope you understand. I will be on the radio show in just a few minutes if you want to watch it on Rumble, rumble.com/Bongino. Please download the Rumble app. Give us a follow on us on Apple Podcasts.